Good morning, friends. Gyro Bomber 327 here. Today we are going to be reacting to a Jaiden Animations Pokemon Ruby Nuzlocke. Of course, she will tell you the rules of a Nuzlocke, of course, and you'll be hearing it from her own mouth. So, with that in mind, Jaiden Animations, you know what to do, girl. Take it away.
Within the Pokemon community, there's a set of self-imposed rules you can add to the games to make them more challenging, called a Pokemon nuzlocke. You can only catch the first Pokemon you run into. If a Pokemon faints, it dies, and you can't use it anymore.
Oh,
and you
sucks.
have to nickname your Pokemon to get more attached to them. That means if you aren't careful, you can technically lose a Pokemon game under those conditions. I wanted to do a nuzlocke for the longest time. I've started a couple in the past, but never actually got to finish any because busy. But today's the day that all changes. I decided to make a video on my first full attempt at a Pokemon Ruby Nuzlocke. Let's see how it went. After breaking free from the back of the moving truck my mom stuffed me in and introducing myself to the neighbor Brendan, the person I always thought was a monkey said that he was screaming at the head. Professor Birch is getting mauled by a level 2 Pushiana, so I let Torchic out and she scratches the crap out of it. He gives me Torchic for rescuing him, and I name her Teriyaki.
Teriyaki, nice name.
Walking up the route more, I run into Brendan, who challenges me to a battle, where Teriyaki proceeds to also scratch the crap out of his mudkip. Good job, Teriyaki. You're 2 for 2. Doing great. Professor Birch gives me 5 Pokeballs, and the Nuzlocke has officially started. I walked back up to catch my first Pokemon and ran into a Zigzagoon. Alright, not the best, but I can work with this.
Uh-oh.
You know, I think we're gonna have a really awesome adventure.
Uh-oh.
Dude, the Teriyaki one-shotted Zigzagoon with a critical scratch, but whatever. Contain your murder a little bit, alright, guys? He was right around the corner, and that's where I was able to catch Corn the Seedot. Look at us, couple of friends ready to take on the Hoenn region together. After watching the weird Kid Wally struggle to catch his first Pokemon, I continued on to Route 104 and found a little Talo in the grass. Aggressive and screams and hungry.
Wow.
I know your name. In the
Ari.
forest, a T-Magma grunt jumps some random professor, so Ari and Teriyaki peck his eyes out. Oh, hello, Shroomish. I'm gonna name you Onion.
And I'm not gonna lie, Shroomish is a very good Pokemon. Of course, evolves at level 23 into Breloom. I think I pronounced the name correctly. But, of course, after evolving, it becomes grass and fighting type, if I remember correctly. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna lie, Shroomish is a very good Pokemon. It's, for a grass type to anyone who's played Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. Jaiden, resume.
Make it to Rustboro, and while getting ready to take on Roxanne's gym, Teriyaki kills another Zigzagoon. What's your problem with Zigzagoons, dude? But it turned out alright, because she also ended up evolving. Onion was able to destroy Roxanne with ease, and we got our first gym badge. Exiting the gym, we catch a glance that Team Magma is up to no good again. Something about the scorching earth or something. And this old man exclaims that they stole his Pico.
Yeah, and Pico, I mean, of course, aka Wingull, I'm not gonna lie, it's an interesting Pokemon for a Wingull, yeah. I mean, to truly be honest, I mean, if you, my honest opinion, yes. I mean, stick to catching Talo and not really so much Wingull. I mean, if you really want to evolve Wingull at least for data, then that's acceptable, I'm sure. But yeah, Talo's the better flying type, to be honest. If you want my opinion, resume. Ouch!
Here's your dog.
Hey, nice shot of Wingull there. Sorry, not Wingull. Whismar, my bad. Shit.
Also, you're coming with me.
Come on.
The mayor thanks me by turning me into his errand boy, and I arrive in Buford to give a letter to Stephen.
Okay.
Alright, what do we got?
Let's see what we got. Oh, wow.
Okay.
Chumps.
After finding Stephen, it was time to take on Brawly, the next gym leader. Ari's a stone-cold killer, and easily earned MVP in that fight. Things are going well. 2 badges in, and the team is looking good.
Jaiden's got a point there, folks. Talo is a stone cold killer when it comes down to facing Brawly's Pokemon at 2-4 City. Because if you have a good flying type move, especially something like Peck or Wing Attack on your Tailo, uh, definitely use those. Yeah, I mean, for just to kind of make your Pokemon look like an MVP, definitely. And of course, I mean, if you want another good piece of advice, evolve Tailo before fighting it so you make it look destructive. Resume.
On my way to the next city, I caught a tentacle on the beach.
Tentacle.
Squidward.
Squidward.
And Team Magma and Jaiden again in Slateport. It's time again
character.
to get ready for the gym battle with Watson. But as I was fighting some trainers, Chumps the Mawile got electrocuted a bit too hard and was killed.
Oh no! Wow!
Jaiden, let's battle. I want to show you how strong I am.
Ouch. Sherman's just like, fuck off.
Ari, this is an electric gym. You're not allowed to fight in here, so you can just wait outside. While battling the gym trainers, Onion evolved into Breloom, and together with Teriyaki, they were able to get another victory. Now we were riding high. 3 gym badges in and no main casualties. With our massive confidence, we decided to take on the Wind
There's the
Street
Breloom, like I said,
defeating all their family members. I had Squidward out front to get him some experience, but we ran into some troubles with Grandma. Oh god, it's gonna do a high jump kick. We can take him out, but I need a clean switch first. So I had to sacrifice Hushchild the Whismer, but honestly that was the safest move to ensure no one else died. Goodbye, Hushchild. You might be missed.
And really, to be honest, folks, that meta type that Wind Straight Grandma had, oh my gosh. What I'm trying to figure out right then and there is why Jaiden did not use Tailo for that purpose. I mean, shit, yeah. I mean, she could have one-hit KO'd the meta type. I mean, like, what the heck? Yeah, but, I mean, of course, with it being a nuzlocke, yeah, I mean, I guess people weren't expecting super effective moves. But, alright, resume.
While we were heading to Fall Arbor, fighting some trainers, Ari evolved. Oh, look at my big
Ooh, swallow, yes!
We're almost to town, but we had to get
Almost
through the
to Fall
city
Arbor.
grass on 113. Oh, jeez. Alright, Barf, get in there with
Barf.
I walked into Meteor Falls to see Team Aqua and Team Magma arguing
Meteor
about
Falls,
water
yeah.
and rocks. Can I go?
There's the
They
Zubat.
kept complaining, and I had to go up the volcano they were blocking to fight Maxie, the Team Magma leader.
Oh,
That was a hard
lordy.
fight. Onion and Teriyaki were able to take out his Mighty and Camerupt, but his Golbat hit hard. I ended up having to switch in Ari and double team up to win the battle. Not the most honorable of strategies, but it worked and we're moving on. On the way down the volcano, I ran into a matchup. Oh, hello there, Chad. What? You're a female? Did I stutter? We were riding all the way to town and started getting through Flannery's gym. During that time, Squidward was almost killed by a Fury swiping Kecleon.
Hello?
Oh my gosh, that does a lot of damage.
No.
But when it came time to battle, he pulled his weight and more. Honestly, with
Big
the team,
time.
there wasn't much I could have done to Flannery's fire Pokemon, but Squidward came in clutch by learning Bubble Beam, and it was all
Thank
over
goodness
for
for that.
Batch 4, under our belt.
And Bubble Beam, actually, from a Tentacle, is actually a very good move. 65 power and all, with 100 accuracy. Oh my gosh. I actually remembered, I remember, I think back to my old days at Kanto, obviously, playing, like, Pokemon Blue version, if anyone remembers that. And how you get TM11 Bubble Beam from Misty in Cerulean City. Then you would definitely know that Bubble Beam was actually a very good move. Because whenever I get Bubble Beam, like in Blue version, especially or even Red, I always wind up teaching it to my War Turtle. And definitely keep it even if it has the Blastoise. Resume, Jaiden.
Brendan met up with us outside the gym to give us goggles so we could walk in the sandstorms. I found a claw fossil, and Anorith was
Huh.
I didn't know what to name it, so my friend named him Gary. Now it was time for the 5th gym. After some training, Chad evolved into Macho, and the team was leveled up. I started the battle with Ari, and after realizing I was in trouble...
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that doesn't do a lot of damage. I managed to squeak by with more double teams. Ari was barely able to take out the first slacking, so when the second, stronger one came out, I knew I had to use a different strategy. I brought out Onion to leech seed it and try and get more chip damage in, which worked, but he was also killed by Slacking's facade.
Oh no!
I was able to finish off the rest of the fight, but that was the first
Mitchell's like, you son of a bitch!
I'm not crying. Someone's just chopped.
Poor Breloom. Actually knocked out by Slacking. Ouch. I can understand how Jaiden feels about that knockout, because Breloom's actually, like I said, is a very good Pokemon and all. But you gotta give, what's the word I'm looking for? Shit! You definitely got to give credit to Breloom. Put up a good fight and all for the Nuzlocke, but it went down swinging, obviously, by Slacking. Onion, he'll be missed. Resume, Jaiden.
Popping onions in here, but with every down, there's enough.
Popping onions in here.
Stepped up and was ready to fill Onion's spot.
Yeah.
While passing through Mauville again, Watson asked us to help him turn off the Fizz's generator, and while down there, I found a Magnemite. Do you want to come with? Okay. We kept on our way, catching Spurky the Electrike, and while fighting some trainers, Corn survived 2 very close calls. He took a Swords Dance boosted Fury Cutter by Ninjask, and a misclick from me, which resulted in him tanking a wing attack from a Talo. No, Corn, no! Oh, dude, Corn, I'm so sorry.
That was too close.
Good news is Squidward evolved while training. So we arrived in Fortree City, and this was a gym I was really nervous about. Not only did we not have a good team to take on a flying type gym, but Winona's Altaria is notorious for sweeping teams if she sets up too many dragon dances. I went to the grass to train up the team, and the worst happened. Corn was killed by pin missile from a Zigzagoon. Wait, no. Stop.
Oh no! No, Nuzleaf!
You monster! How could you do this? Is this why you kept trying to kill all the Zigzagoons? I want to thank himself because he knew we were at too much of a disadvantage going into Winona's gym. And by opening up a space, we could get the type advantage we needed to stand a chance. With a heavy heart, I brought Zip Zap Zop the Magnemite to the team, and realized how much more grinding I was gonna have to do. I had to fight so many Merrills to get Zip Zap Zop and the rest of the team. You wanna know how many? The move Thunderbolt can be used 15 times before it runs out, and I had to go back to the Pokemon Center almost 6 separate times to refill it, meaning Zip Zap Zop killed more than 80 Marill that were living in that lake. Winona led with Swellow, which Zip Zap...
Holy smokes. 80 Marill just to try to get a Magnemite evolved? Oh my gosh. You have to admit, yes, Magnemite's another very good Pokemon. Still electric type, and it's very good. Okay, Jaiden, take it away.
Zop was able to take out, but she brought out Altaria, which made me very scared because I know she's got Earthquake on that thing. I didn't have a clean switch, and I knew no one on the team could take 2 hits from this Cloudbird, so I ultimately decided that I'd have to have Zip Zap Zop paralyze it in exchange for his death. Goodbye, Zip Zap Zop. You weren't here for long, but your efforts will not be in vain. Oh my God! Somehow Zip Zap Zop lived the Earthquake on 2 HP like a mad lad. Birthdays aren't time. Corn.
Unbelievable. Magneton actually survived that earthquake? That's incredible because not many people can survive. Not shit. What am I saying? Not many Pokemon can survive an earthquake like Manatine can. But unfortunately, that was the case in this one. Resume, Jaden.
Must have been looking down on us for that one because there was definitely a 90% chance Zip Zap Zop was supposed to die there. With that string of luck, I was able to switch Ari in for Zip Zap Zop to predict another earthquake and started chipping away at the Altaria, which was not going to be easy. She was already starting to stack up those dragon dances, which make her moves even more powerful. And I was legitimately sweating. But with what little luck we had left, Winona got greedy and tried to get in that last dragon dance, and that's when Ari was able to swoop in and snipe that kill. If Altaria would have decided to attack at any point, she would have one-shotted anyone and everyone on my team. Thank you, Corn. You shined your photosynthesis onto us. From there, I was able to heal up Zip Zap Zop and sweep the rest of the team.
Big salute to Corn.
The 6th gym badge was ours. Outside the zone, I found a death skull I was able to catch. I tried to have Gary on the team since resurrecting him from the dirt, but he honestly has no moves that do damage, so I decided to replace him with Sin. We arrived in Lily Cove and I tried fishing on the beach for a Pokemon, but Chet punched the Whalmer I reeled up too hard and killed it. We started Team Magma's.
Wilmer is actually another good Pokemon, actually, because you actually needed its evolution Wailord, if I remember correctly, in order to catch the 3 Reggies, if I remember correctly. You need actually it and a Relicanth, if I remember correctly. And yeah, but just thought I'd let you in on that advice. Okay, resume, Jaden.
And while trying to get the Master Ball they got on the ground, an Electrode exploded and almost killed Chet, which was uncalled for. After beating their admin, they escaped into a submarine and went on to fight the next gym. Tate and Liza were the first double battle gym leaders, and I didn't realize until too late that I was just a tad underleveled for them. They don't have any more than 2 Pokemon, so I think we should be okay. 42?
Both of them level 42.
Uh-oh. Sin and Zip Zap Zop made a good duo, being able to confuse and paralyze them, but Solrock managed to get off a Sunny Day powered flamethrower in Zip Zap Zop's face.
Oh no!
That really sucked. He put in so much work for the team and really carried us this far. The rest of this fight's for Zip Zap Zop. Squidward came out, and together with Sin, were able to finish off the duo, getting us our 7th gym badge.
Gosh.
Alright, Spurky, you're up. I think I single-handedly wiped out the entire water Pokemon population between Zip and Spurky. I went to Shoalhaven and caught Blubby the Spiel, and went out to take on Maxie one last time. For some reason, I didn't learn my lesson when being underleveled for Tate and Liza, because I was even more underleveled for Maxie. My Diana.
Uh-oh.
It doesn't go down? This
no!
Was rough. Chad was able to take out his Mightyena, but I resorted to Squidward when his Crobat came out, and luck wasn't on my side because Squidward was killed by a high roll wing attack. The way Pokemon works is there's a small range of damage an attack can do. It's not actually the same all the time, and it's kind of based on chance. So even though it looked like Squidward could have lived 2 wing attacks, Maxie was able to get a low roll on the first one and a high roll on the second, which was the death of Squidward. But it wasn't time to give up.
Poor Squidward.
For Squidward. Ari came in and took out the Crobat and lived on 1 HP when hit by Cameron's Rock Slide. It was a tough battle, but squeaked by. Barely. After that fight, I needed to take a step back and seriously grind up the team again. If we were just a bit more underleveled, we would have been murdered. Blubby joined the team and we got to work, eventually arriving in Sutopolis. Steven and the Sutopolis gym leader, Wallace, were there saying Groudon was in the cave because someone used the wrong orb and pissed him off. So I went in there, walked up to Groudon, and Master Balled him immediately. There's no way I'm fighting Groudon.
A wise decision indeed, Jaiden, because Groudon is a powerful ground type, I must say. Legendary, definitely, but it's it is quite a beast, let me tell you. So, Jaiden, if you are listening to this, you definitely made a wise decision in Master Ball and Groudon, and I gotta say, 2 thumbs up for that. Resume, girl.
Now get in the box. While fighting Wallace, Sin was able to take out his love disc in Celio. Sin beat his Whiscash, and Chad finished off the Milotic. The team was perfect. And after obtaining our final gym badge, I knew we were ready for the Elite Four. We got through Victory Road. Wally tried to fight us for the last time, but he just needs to stop. We exited the cave, and there it was. The final challenge. Here we go. Sydney was up first, and honestly, he wasn't a challenge at all. Chad and Teriyaki were able to take care of his team with ease. Phoebe wasn't difficult either, with Sin and Blobby being MVPs. Glacio was a bit tougher. Teriyaki was able to take out her Glalie, and Spurky could handle her Celios, but her Walrein was the big problem. Walreins are thick, can tank a lot of hits, and can do a lot of damage. I would know, because I have one. I brought out Chad, and she was able to get in a good amount of damage, but she was ultimately killed by Blizzard. Sin came out to try and confuse it, but it broke through the confusion and landed a Sheer Cold. Sheer Cold is a one-hit KO move. It has a 30% chance of hitting the target, and will fail if the target Pokemon's level is higher than the user's. But even under all those conditions, it hit, and Sin was killed. Two great team members, down and out. Chad was with us for so long and pulled so much weight, and Sin got us through some really tough battles. Even with those losses, we were able to finish Glacia off and move on to the final Elite Four member, Drake. Drake's got a tough team, but we've got a Blubby, and she wanted revenge for her fallen comrades. She ice-beamed every single one of Drake's Pokemon. Just a straight-up massive.
Super effective indeed.
That, it was on to the last battle. Steven Stone.
I have to admit, before we get into this part of it, Ice Beam actually against Dragon types, ouch. And especially from a Walrein, very destructive. But, when it came down to the move Ice Beam, obviously, me, of course, since I'm a big fan of Water-type Pokemon, Swampert would have learned Ice Beam for me, of course. But definitely taking out Drake's Pokemon as well. Even though Swampert is more physical, I still feel it in my heart that to teach Ice Beam as a backup move. On the flip side, of course, Surf is a good move too, as well for Swampert, even though it is a special attack like Ice Beam is. Go ahead and resume, Jaiden.
I was legitimately nervous. I led with Spurky to take out his Skarmory as quick as possible, and Blubby was able to take out his Claydol and Aggron, but then came his Metagross.
Uh-oh.
This might be the end. Metagross is Steven's strongest Pokemon, so I needed to hinder it as much as I could before it started doing serious damage. I knew his Metagross had Earthquake, which would definitely take out most of my team, so I had to have Spurky Kamikaze to get a paralysis off. Blubby came out again, and after a lot of hard work, finally beat the Metagross by spamming Surf. Teriyaki was able to finish his Cradily, and his final Pokemon is Armaldo. Gary's final revenge for getting booted from the team. I brought out Blubby because Teriyaki was pretty weakened, and after realizing she gets two-shotted by him, I knew she was gonna have to die. So with a heavy heart, Blubby pulled off her last Surf, getting Armaldo in the red, and was killed. Teriyaki, the Pokemon who's been with us from the start, who's seen her friends die in front of her, the OG, refused to let any more murder happen. Onion, Corn, Zip Zap Zop, Squidward, Chad, Sin, Spurky, Blubby, their zeros and ones won't go down in vain. One good kick to the head, and we completed the Pokemon Ruby Nuzlocke. Teriyaki and Ari were the only survivors, but the whole team put in a lot of work to get us to number 1. A cheers to the true Mad Lads.
Well, that deserves a big time congratulations. Yeah. I'm just kind of keeping an eye on the time here. And I have to admit, I mean, that actually was probably one of the best, this was probably one of the best nuzlocke that Jaiden actually tried to do, actually, I must say. Although she has had other challenges, I mean, in advance. But I'm not going to really question about that one. um, but with that in mind, actually, folks, this is actually going to wrap up this video. So, next time here at the Bomb Squad, we are actually probably going to try to do something else. Excuse me. Till then, this is your main man, Jawbomber 327, saying so long for now, and I will see you next time.